It's another wonderful Wednesday as you are connecting with me, Kelly Wahl. I am so excited to be here with you tonight because, well, I'm a vessel for spirit and I love what I do. And we certainly do need some clarity, some inspiration, and always messages from above. So today we are in Pisces sun season. Now, Pisces in the zodiac wheel is the last sign. So we can think of this as an ending as we make way for the beginning of the new zodiac wheel. And Pisces is definitely a magical sign. We think of intuition when we think of Pisces. Of course, we think of the flowy nature of water and our ability to go with the ebb and flow of that sign. Pisces is also, I've deemed it, the hopeful romantic. They romanticize things because they're ruled by Neptune. So things could get a little dreamy, but also the fact that sometimes that dreamy cloudiness can get kind of murky water because they want to romanticize everything. So they don't see things as clearly because they're constantly in a dream state. So that's where we rely on the fact that, we always have the sun and the moon. Now, the moon sign tonight is in the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a strong leadership sign. Think of the archer when we think of Sagittarius, that beautiful arrow and getting, pulling back. And that's also ruled by Chiron, which is the healer, the wounded healer. So right now, if you get the mix of those two energies in, it's all about healing nature. Now, I know the last few days I've had a lot of clients reach out to me and say that they're feeling very anxious, or they're going through a bout of depression, or they're just feeling stuck or a little dark. And I say, well, we need to ebb and flow through those emotions, and we need to really kind of look and see what the underlying factor is. But most of all, we need to be kind. We need to be kind in our thoughts. We need to be kind to ourselves. And Pisces really helps us get through that. Pisces is really another healing sign. And it's about, as much as it is about magic, it is about the rest and the surrender. Now, we mix in the fact that we are in the last quarter or the balsamic moon phase, which again, anything after that full moon and up until the new moon is all about healing energies. The full moon illuminates or brings to light what we keep in the dark. And the rest of that moon phase really is urging us to do our best to confront certain things that we know we need to let go of. We know we need to surrender them, release, let go, let God. But most importantly, to heal from that. Now, people ask me, how? How do you heal from that? One of the best things that we can do is breathe. Breathe, because when we breathe in, we are inspiring. Think about it. If you, watch a crime show or documentary or medical anything, they say the date of expiration. It means the time that the person has expired. They no longer are breathing. Well, when we come into this earth plane, the first thing that we do is we breathe in. We inspire. Now, I used to give a bad rap to people who would smoke. But think about it. When people smoke, what they're really doing, and now that you have to go outside to smoke, they say, I've got to go out for a smoke. They're leaving the situation, they're leaving the thing that is causing them stress. So they're getting distance away from that stressor. And then they go outside and they light up and well, what they're doing is they're breathing in. So yes, it's not the best quality of air, but if we can eventually get the the medium of what's making them breathe in out of the equation, we can really see that what they're doing is they're stepping out of the situation. They're taking in breath so that they can have a better perspective, but they're also calming the nervous system. The nervous system is all about reading the triggers or the signs and the signals that we are intaking or giving it. So when we get stressed or we get triggered, there's certain things. So believe me, I'm not telling you to go and smoke, but I am saying find a way to distance yourself. And you can't always physically leave the conversation or the stressor, but you can use your tools of visualization to just kind of, I do a visualization technique where I have the person imagine that with every breath they bring in, they are exhaling, but they're creating a bubble around them. And this bubble is glossy and it has a lot of sheen to it. And so anything that then further tries to penetrate your bubble, just imagine it sliding off of you. And with every breath, you're making your bubble bigger. And you just start to tune out what people are throwing at you. Or perhaps another visualization technique is to imagine a bird and that you're getting on that bird and you're being taken high up into the sky away from the stressor or the situation. Now, these are all things that you can do, in your private time so that your nervous system and you become a better visualizer. That way, when you get into the stressor or into the trigger moment, you're already equipped with telling your nervous system, hey, I got this. So let me breathe in, and we are going to connect with Nita. And Nita, I'm sorry, I missed where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Toledo, Ohio.
Oh, hello. I'm not too far from you. I'm by Niagara Falls in Buffalo, New York.
Oh, yeah, you're not far.
Yes, we could almost be neighbors.
Yeah.
Actually, I spend a lot of time in Ashtabula, Ohio. That's
Wow. I was just telling my friend the other day, there's so many cities in Ohio. I still don't know them all.
Well, they're known for their beautiful wineries.
Yes.
And also they have in a tri-county area, they have all of these like old-fashioned wooden bridges. So it's a very serene, picturesque area. And it's on, Lake Erie. So it's lovely. So take a ride, explore.
Yes, definitely.
Now, Nita, you just have the cutest laugh, almost like a giggle, which brings through this beautiful childlike innocence. And I get this sensation is the word, that your energy, here we are, I'm talking all about healing. And you are, I feel, a true healer. You are very empathic. You take care of others. I feel as though you've taken care of a lot of small children. I'm either getting that you have many children or have been in a family of many children, and I keep getting the number 5. Does this relate with you?
Actually, I have 3 children, and I came from 3 as well.
Now, if I count, the 3, and then you, and then the father, there's my 5.
Yes.
See? So, with that though, do you work in like a caretaking capacity? I don't see you as a nurse, but I see you as somebody who consoles or helps others. Do you understand this?
Yes, I work for a home care company. Actually,
Yep.
I've done this in the past as well. I was trying to get away from the medical field, but this position, they were like, oh, it's phone work, but then sometimes I still have to take care of patients. So
exactly. Like I didn't say it was, like I said, you're not a nurse, but I knew it was taking care of others. And when I used the word counsel, it was like you're talking people through a lot, even if you're not there taking care of the actual, like patient or client that needs help. You're helping like this camaraderie of being a counselor to others and getting them the right fit. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And of course it doesn't stop there. You know, you're juggling three children, you're juggling your job, you're juggling, you know, the whole the homework, you know, the work at home. I don't know why they're saying it to me like that, but they are.
Because I work from home. I answer the phones from home. I don't work in the office, so maybe that's it.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Work from home. You're right. Thank you. And now, just I want to dive a little deeper for you personally, though, because we know your role. We know you're a healer, and you've been a healer in many different roles in many past lives. But this one, they chose to make you more, you know, in administrative end, so that you weren't taking things on. What I feel Spirit is telling me is to add like a separation between being so involved and taking the emotions of those you're taking care of and their families, you know, so into you 100%. And it's more so trying to add a little bit of separation of knowing what is yours and what is not for you to carry. You understand?
Mhm.
So I feel as though this is a graduating test. I keep getting the word graduating test with you, like you're graduating from one phase in life to another. So, what is the month and day that you're born?
February 8th.
Oh, happy belated. And
Thank
that
you.
makes you a beautiful Aquarius, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
The water bearer, the peacemaker. And and as I say the peacemaker, I kind of get thrown back to a time, you know, of you being a child in your home and getting caught up with certain, you know, siblings maybe getting in trouble and you kind of getting caught in the wake of it. Like you really didn't do it. You certainly weren't going to rat out the other person.
Yes, that has happened.
Absolutely. I feel strongly. Did your father? I'm getting a gentleman in spirit comes through with like I'm getting like a heart issue, and I'm getting like the heart was working too much. Your father's still here, correct?
Yes.
But I'm getting. Does he have a blockage or anything with cholesterol or blood pressure meds?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I'm also seeing that like you tune in with him without really even having to discuss things with words. Do you understand this? Like he
Uh-huh.
trusts you and he confides in you, like where I don't know what it is, what I'm getting, but he really trusts you with his medical information. Does this make sense?
Mhm. We really haven't been on good terms, so we haven't even really talked in a while. I like, as far as his medical goes, it's kind of been coming from another family member.
Mm-hmm. I want to tell you that I feel strongly because your father's energy, I can't. Yeah, it's definitely his. It's definitely, you know, I get this issue, and I know I feel distant, but I get a respect that he respects your reasoning, and that's all I'm getting from spirit is he's respecting your reasoning, and he can be very bullheaded, even though he'll know he's wrong. He will stick to it because he said it. You understand that?
Mhm.
I'm going to leave that alone. But so I want to do a little numerology with you and your month and date. So it's February 8th, correct?
Yes.
And so I'm going to mix it in. I do a lot of numerology, and I want to tell you, you for your personal year, since you just had a birthday, I want you to think of it as like a rebirth day and about like a reinvention of what it is because you do so much for so many so often. I need you to take a little piece just for you, whether it's taking a long drive to kind of see other things. Like when we were talking about other areas in Ohio, I kept hearing be a tourist in your own town. You know, go out and just steal a little bit of quiet for you so that you can connect to your spiritual side or source or a higher power because you can hear things. And I feel as though they've kind of dulled and you feel as though you're not picking things up like you used to. And that's not the truth. You just need to kind of, like do a rebirth or a cleanse. I'm feeling, water, just kind of wash things away and know that it's never left you, but it waits for you to connect again. And the way for you to connect is by getting out in solitude on your own, whether it's a drive, a walk, or something. And you'll see and feel spirit in a sunset or in something scenic, is what I keep getting. Do you understand this?
Mm-hmm.
And do you feel as though you've had kind of like a dulling in your spiritual, tuning in or intuition?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm being told that's your point here, is that you very much can tap back into it. Just because you haven't felt it in so long doesn't mean that it's gone. You just need to kind of pick it up in a pure way. You've got too much going on, working from home and trying to juggle it all. You need to carve out something just for you, and that's when you're going to reconnect again.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Nita. I wish you all the best in your journey, and really just go explore, have fun with it, and know that it's always with you. It's a part of you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. Oh, yes. As I get that healing nature and that energy, it is a time that we can. I mean, this is Pisces season. Like I said, we're very much in tune, but sometimes we get a little clouded, like I said, and we forget that we can plug in. It's kind of like a computer. Sometimes you got to shut it all off in order to turn it back on. So, I don't know. Do we have another caller? Thank you. Ooh, Hawaii. Michelle, are you there?
Yes, I am. Aloha.
Aloha. Mahalo. um, thank you. I've never been to Hawaii, but I, have had many friends that go there, and everyone talks about the spiritual presence and beauty that is there. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of rainbows, and I always think of rainbows in Hawaii. Are there a lot of rainbows?
There's a lot, yes.
I feel
We
as
have
though
beautiful rainbows.
Pardon me?
We have beautiful rainbows here.
Yes, I can imagine. I keep seeing rainbows, just in different symbols lately of memes and stuff on social media. So I love the fact that I've chimed in with you. And Michelle, as I step into your vibration, I feel as though you're solar powered. Like you really just get rejuvenated from the sun. Can you resonate with this?
Oh, yes. I love the sun. I love being outdoors.
Yep. And I feel as though as I call this in, I get a lot of you have a choir of ancestors that are all around you. Like you're connected very much to the earth, and it's like I get a flood of you're connected to the earth, the mountains, the water, the rainbows, all of it. And especially I feel as though you have gratitude in everything that you touch and everything that you do. Like I see you holding a melon and saying a little prayer over it and knowing that when you eat it, you are doing good for your body. Does this make sense with you?
Not necessarily, but I'm thankful for anything.
Right. I think that honestly, you don't even realize how often you're speaking, in your mind's eye about gratitude. Or perhaps this is somebody, I'm getting 2 generations up, a woman on your mother's side who was very thankful and really taught the family how to live off of the land, is what I keep getting. Does this resonate with let's see, it would be 2 steps up, so it would be your grandmother.
Okay.
And I feel
my grandmother on the Hawaiian side passed at a young age.
Yeah. Okay. So I was getting, the ancestor that, is from there, from where you live. Because I keep getting the word ancestor. And she's very proud of you for living in a modern world, but still having the soul and the roots of knowing where you came from. Do you understand this?
Yes. Yes.
And I feel as though you definitely, people look up to you because you're always having such a calm demeanor and calm nature. Like you never, give into drama. You never get too stressed because you have this certainty that everything will work out. Do you understand? Do people come to you a lot for like advice or
all
shoulder
the
to cry on?
All the time.
Mm-hmm. And I have this grandmother who she has passed this on to you. And she's telling me not everybody has the patience and the understanding to just be able to ebb and flow and give others what they need. And you take this on with gratitude and you don't let it wear you down. It might bother you sometimes, but it doesn't wear on you. Do you understand the difference?
Yes. Yes.
And I also feel as though, do you have a granddaughter? I feel as though there's a younger child who, people always say, oh, they have the gift. I know she talks to spirits or that she plays with those who have passed. I feel as though you have a gifted, young child around you. I don't know if it's exactly a granddaughter, but it's a young child.
Oh, okay.
And they're very inquisitive and intuitive. They're also very playful and empathetic. Does this describe anyone younger in your life?
I have a granddaughter, and I always wondered about that. I mean, she's only 5, but
yes,
she's 5.
I'm getting between 4 and 7. So those are crucial times.
Yes, she's 5.
Great. So those are crucial times, while children are growing up because they haven't had ego really in their lives. So they are very in tune to what's going on around them that we can't see. They'll see orbs. They'll see our loved ones in spirit. They'll talk to them, play with them. We may say they're imaginary friends, but they're very much spirits. And she just has this beautiful, playful demeanor. I would refer to her as an indigo child because of her ability to use her intuition and insight. And she's going to always have this. And she's going to do very well, because she has been, like, I feel as though this grandmother I'm talking about has come down and kind of just like placed a mark on her forehead just to always, your granddaughter is love and light, will always shine love and light because that is what has come through her. You understand?
Okay.
And so you give her the safety of non-judgment and to always express herself freely and openly. And you two have this special connection, and you always will, is what I get.
Oh, okay. Oh, great.
So I see many
That's
good
beautiful.
things continued for you.
Oh,
I see good fortune for you and your family.
Oh,
And real quick, what's your month and day of birth?
October 18th.
Okay, 8, 9, 10. So yes, you are in a 7 cycle, they call it. So this year for you, I deem it as like the even Steven. 7 is a number of divinity. You're divinely guided and protected. So you will go through some highs and lows, but you're going to come out even. So it's going to be, if you're worrying about money, don't, because all of a sudden it'll appear in a different form. It's kind of like when I do laundry. And I say, oh, I'm short on this bill. And then I look at an old pair of jeans that I haven't worn in a while, and they're in the laundry basket. And oh, there's $40,
Yeah,
So it's that kind of energy that's going to be with you. And just what I get is keep doing what you're doing because you're doing great.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Michelle, for tuning in. And have fun with that grandbaby. And thank you for bringing in the rainbows.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everyone. That, what a beautiful ending to leave on, rainbows. And, it's the spectrum of color. And a rainbow, to me, is so magical. I know there's all this scientific meaning to it and everything. But I become a little kid when I see a rainbow, and I actually chase rainbows. If I know one's coming, I can feel it, and then I, start looking for it. And I've even driven to go see, how much further I could see it. And then if it becomes a double rainbow, oh, look out, I'm just ecstatic because it's the spectrum. And it's like when two things meet at this exact perfect, beautiful moment to line up such synchronicities to create this beautiful spectrum of color. And then who's one to say that one color is more beautiful than the next? Because each one is so unique, so divine, so magical. And, you can't say, trying to describe something like that to maybe somebody that's blind, can you really say that the oranges are better than the purples? No, they all work together in unison to create something so beautiful. So tonight or any night or any day when you need a little beauty and magic and wonder, imagine a beautiful rainbow lighting your way and imagine the divinity that is within all of us. I am Kelly Wahl. I want to thank you for your time tonight. I encourage you to reach out and contact me, and let's set up a one-on-one appointment at kwallhealingarts.org. And I'll see you again in another 7 days.